Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and that is revealing what my full-time job is. I've said before that I've spent 15 years as a construction project manager, and recently I now actually work from home. And that's a part of why I wanted to share this, because eventually there's enough stuff around this office that people will figure it out anyways. And on top of that, a small part of my job is actually sharing out on social media what I do for a living. But I do want to make sure you understand this YouTube channel is my own thing. It has nothing to do with my full-time job. It's all my thoughts and opinions on this channel. In no way, shape, or form is any of this a part of that. So what's really interesting about my career path is, yes, I've been in construction project management for about 15 years. This YouTube channel is about 6 years old, and those two things kind of collided to build a bridge to what it is that I'm doing now. So anybody who comes from construction project management understands that there is a lot that goes into it, from pre-construction, estimating, bidding projects, to groundbreaking, submittals, RFIs, managing the field workflows. There's so much stuff that goes into a project from beginning to end. It's complex. Now, this YouTube channel being 6 years old, I got into drones. I owned the second DJI drone that came out. I've been flying drones ever since. All of this camera gear, 360 images. I mean, I want to think back to 2014. I was building a custom camera rig to drop into an old abandoned elevator shaft for, proper demolition of that facility. I've always been involved in not just the project management side of things, but also the tech side of the industry as well. So the culmination of all of those things kind of coming together is what got me to this new job now, and that is working for a company called Autodesk. So Autodesk is a company that has, yes, construction software. That's where my main purview is. But what does apply to some of the things that I do cover on this channel is they actually have software in product design and manufacturing. So think of any product that is designed, very likely has been designed in a 3D environment in Autodesk software. And then they also have media and entertainment. They have their hand in a lot of very, very well-known productions that you guys probably have watched as well. So where my role comes into Autodesk, over the years, I was not just a construction project manager, but I also started deploying drone technology, camera gear, and started getting more into the tech side of construction. Now, I was also one of the first people to run around job sites with an iPad. I remember being laughed at by coworkers for carrying an iPad with PDFs of drawings out to job sites, and guys telling me there is no world where you're going to replace paper. I need my paper copies. It's what I write on. So fast forward to today, and sure, you still have your handful of people that have drawings and job trailers, still exists. But what you don't see a ton of is people's offices stacked, sky high on a plan table with 15 different sets of drawings for projects that they just closed out last year, projects that they're currently working on now, stacked with spec books. You don't see as much of that anymore, and I am very proud to be a part of why you don't see that anymore. And my role with Autodesk is to be a technical resource on the pre-sale side. That is my purview. That's where I work, and it is my job to help provide technical input to potential customers and help them solve their workflow inefficiencies through the software that Autodesk provides. I've been with Autodesk now for going on about 10 months. Huge change of pace working from home. Not something I'm used to. I've actually set this space up very well to basically be able to do what I need to do. I've got my calendar for work is up in front of me here, so I constantly know what I have going on throughout my day. I've got it set up now very well to the point where when I go to, working and being on Zoom calls, I've got a magnetic piece there. I cover up the logo, shift the helmet over, kill some of the lights so it's not such a YouTube studio, and I proceed to carry on Zoom meetings, in this space at times as well. Now for the YouTube channel, flop it back over. There you go. Now, I do miss the face-to-face interaction in an office at times. Working from home is a very different skill set, if you want to call it that. But in the last 10 months, I've had the ability to travel to Denver, Atlanta, Kansas City, Wichita, St. Louis, Las Vegas, Nashville, Austin, Dallas, so 9 different cities in 10 months. A couple of them I've been to a couple times. And what I really enjoy is getting that face-to-face time with customers, being a true partner in trying to solve some of their operational inefficiencies through the software that we provide. What really drives me in this passion is giving people parts of their life back. I spent a lot of time, again, 15 years as a younger guy in the industry, watching a lot of antiquated Microsoft Excel spreadsheets galore, just different point solutions of software. It causes a lot of problems, not even just in rework in general, but in employee retention and mindset. If you come into a new company in the construction space, you'll undoubtedly work alongside some seasoned project manager and people who've been there for a long time. And they have these old spreadsheets that they rely very heavily on. And then you get into it and you can tweak one formula somewhere accidentally and just completely disrupt the entire operation. I've seen it happen on a couple times, actually, that is pretty detrimental to the business operation. We also now live in a world where, unfortunately, ransomware, I have seen take down a few companies now. Losing data, having to pay ransom, literally pay to get their information back, which a lot of companies end up doing because of the fact that it's just maybe the only option. I find it very compelling to have conversations around how do you make people's working environment better? How do you make them be able to do more with less software, essentially, reduce tech stack, letting people collaborate, give time back to the people, make their job a little bit easier, and also reduce a ton of risk. I have seen giant lawsuits won and lost because of data integrity or lack thereof. So those are all things that drive me to do better at my full-time job. And it's just interesting because this YouTube channel gave me all of this stuff that ultimately impacted my career to become a technical resource for a company like Autodesk and help contribute to that narrative. Now, a lot of people would say, like, man, you're crazy. Why would you share where you work? Well, I work from home. The company is very large, and I'm comfortable with them knowing that I have this YouTube channel to the point where I have shared it with them. Pretty much anybody I've talked to from over the course of my 10-month employment probably knows about this YouTube channel, mainly because I never wanted it to become a point of issue with the fact that this was my YouTube studio before it was a work from home sort of environment. And being that I'm bringing work here, I've had to share that with people at work, and it was just a matter of time before it was then going to go the other way where the YouTube channel, someone was going to spot something somewhere at some point in time. It's really just a matter of time before it's out there anyway. So I figured I might as well share it at this point in time. I'm proud of what I do for a full-time job. I'm proud of this YouTube channel is what got me a lot of the technical knowledge to become a resource in the construction industry, which I now apply to my full-time job. And, you know, probably going back the other way too. I've learned a ton about business from my construction career that has also then been a part of building this YouTube channel. So it all kind of is somewhat loosely related. But again, my YouTube channel is my YouTube channel. My job is my job. Those two things are separate. And it's, you know, the last time you'll see me talk about it on the channel, most likely. So with that said, again, this channel is not directly tied to my full-time job. I just wanted to put it out there because you guys have been with me for 6 years and it's not a short period of time. I enjoy what I do, and I wanted to share that on my YouTube channel about, you know, it's a big part of who I am. Obviously, a big part of your career is a big part of what you know, makes you who you are. With that being said, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. See you guys next time.